Hi, this is Andrew Abrams from Recur360, and today I'm going to be going over signing up for Recur360 and connecting it to your QuickBooks desktop version. We do connect with both QuickBooks US and Canada, and all the versions of Desktop, Pro, Premier, or Enterprise. So the very first thing you'll want to do is go to our website, www.recur360.com. And when you are there, go ahead and click on Sign Up in the upper right-hand corner. Your choices for signing up after you agree to our end user agreement and privacy policy is to connect and create a new Recur360 account using an existing Intuit account. And by Intuit account, I mean the account associated with your Intuit Merchant Services / payments account, or your QuickBooks payroll account. You will have an Intuit login for those that you can use to create your Recur360 account. Or if you want to sign up for Recur360 and provide an alternate email address and password, you can do that, and then you can connect it to both QuickBooks and your merchant processing on the back end. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and sign up with my Intuit ID, and then I'm going to connect it to QuickBooks Desktop. So we're going to go ahead and sign in with Intuit, and that's going to redirect us to Intuit's single sign-on page. So put in your Intuit username and password. And then what it will do is it'll bring over your name and your billing address directly from your Intuit account. Had you signed up using the direct sign-up method, you would just provide that information as part of the sign-up. So right now, while creating the account, we're pulling the information over. And as soon as this is done loading, our very next thing to do will be to connect it with QuickBooks Desktop. So I'm going to go ahead and click Connect to QuickBooks Desktop. And if you follow instructions, first of all, you must be using QuickBooks 2015 or higher, so 2015, 2016, 2017, or 2018. When those versions are installed, they're installed with the QuickBooks Web Connector. And you can find the QuickBooks Web Connector from your Start menu. If you scroll down to QuickBooks and expand that folder, you'll see your QuickBooks files, and then you'll see the Web Connector sitting in there as well. So you're going to want to launch your version of QuickBooks, and you're going to want to launch your Web Connector so it's ready to go. Once that's done, then what you're going to want to do is download the QuickBooks Web Connector file. So click on that to download it, and that'll bring it into your downloads. Then scroll to the bottom of the screen. If you signed up with your own account, not through your Intuit ID, you will use your password that you defined on your Recur360 account as the password in the QuickBooks Web Connector. But if you signed up with your Intuit account like we did, we have an auto-generated password for you to use to integrate the two. So I'm going to switch over to the QuickBooks Web Connector, and I'm going to click on Add an Application. And I'm going to my Downloads folder, and I'm going to the QuickBooks Web Connector file that we just downloaded. That's then going to ask us to approve the QuickBooks Web Connector as an authorized new web service within your QuickBooks file. So in the background here, I already had QuickBooks open. It's asking me, do I want to allow this? And I'm going to choose yes. And I'm also going to set it right now to log in as the admin user. And I'm going to allow it full access to the file. And then click Done. So what that's done, just so you know in the background, is if you go to your Edit, Preferences, and Integrated Applications, it's just saying that you approve Recur360 to read and write data with your QuickBooks. Next is I need to copy this password and then enter it into the Web Connector. And then do you want to save it? Yes. And by default, the Web Connector is set to sync every 30 minutes, which is ample. As long as you are logged into your computer and QuickBooks is running and you have the Web Connector running, it'll sync changes between QuickBooks and Recur360 every 30 minutes. For the purposes of this initial setup, I'm going to tell it to do a manual update. So I'm going to select my Recur360 and choose Update Selected. So what it's doing right now is it's connecting the data in QuickBooks, your customer list, your items list, your open invoices, and it's syncing that up into Recur360. So now that this is syncing, I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to click Continue, and the trial has begun. So if you sign up anytime before the 1st of the month, we give you a 30-day free trial. If it's mid-month, you may end up with a 30-day plus free trial. So this is simply telling me that on 12/1, if I want to continue my account, I'll need to enter in my payment information, and then I'll be charged the $79 a month fee. So I'm going to click Get Started. Now I'm in a demo account, so I'm going to enter in my email address that I want to use for correspondence within Recur360. And then you're going to want to enter in your name, your phone number, and you can update any of this that you choose to, and also set your time zone. So I'm currently located in America, Phoenix, so I'm going to scroll down to that. And it has all of my address information, and then you would want to enter in your billing payment details at least prior to the next billing period. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save here. Now that that's saved, we have a sync status window here. And if you click on sync status, it's just showing us that currently we're processing data from QuickBooks based on what's in the web connector, excuse me. And currently it's at about 70%. For your initial sync, if you have a large file, that might take a while to sync. So just let it run until it gets through to 100%. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and go into my settings, and I'm going to link this Recur360 account to my QuickBooks Payments account. So I'm going to click Link Payment Processors, and I'm going to click on Intuit Merchant Services, and I'm going to tell that to connect it to QuickBooks. Now it's either going to ask me to log in, or if I'm already logged in to QuickBooks Services in the background, it's just going to ask me to authorize that I can use Recur360 with this payments account. So I'm going to go ahead and authorize it. And now my merchant account is connected to my Recur360 account. So with that, there are some additional settings under email where you can choose what information appears on your invoice templates. You can go ahead and set if you want to be blind carbon copied on all invoices that come out of our system. If you don't, that's fine. We have a report that shows all the invoices that have been emailed out, or payments, or any correspondence from our system, and you can always do a resend, so you don't have to use blind carbon copy. The reply to email address is so that if somebody replies to a transaction generated in our system, it would go to this email address. And then under company logo, you can go ahead and upload a company logo. We do have some default template emails that you can adjust the verbiage on. A PDF where you can click to have them show a payment authorization form. And if you want your clients to use our Pay Online portal, you would set this to show payment link on email. And what that means is if you send them an email with a payment due on it, they can choose to pay it online. So I'm going to go ahead and save that information. And now those settings are set to go. Our sync status has gone down a little bit, so we've gotten through a few more tasks. There's still a few more to process. But if I go into my customer list right now, you'll see some customers in there. It may not be the entire customer list because the sync is still running. And you'll also see open invoices. And in this list will be, once it's finished syncing, a listing of all of your open invoices or invoices that have unapplied payments against them. Therefore, there's a balance due. So that's it for how to sign up for Recur360 using your Intuit ID, connecting it to QuickBooks Desktop via downloading and syncing the QuickBooks Web Connector, connecting it to your Intuit Payments account, and setting up some of your settings. My next video will be on how to create transactions both for recurring invoices and recurring payments, or receiving payments against open invoices. Thank you and have a great day.